When the market drops and your particular stock drops with it, well, you can blame that on just riding the wave of what the market just did. But when the market drops and a stock increases significantly, well, that's something to pay attention to because that's telling us something. And that brings us to the subject of today's video. I want to walk through a particular stock that did very well yesterday in a down market and talk about how I'm setting up my trade for Monday, maybe Tuesday, and go into the specifics around the catalyst for that stock and do a deep dive into what I'm planning to do. So, a lot to unpack there. Let's buckle up and jump right in. My name is Brian. This is the PMV Profit channel where price, momentum, and volume, of course, equals profit. And the stock I want to talk about today is Netflix. So, a couple things first. One, I recorded a video and posted it last night. Nobody's commented on it yet. And one lucky winner who comments on that video will win this Keep Calm and Trade On mug. So make sure you subscribe and comment on that video. I'll post it to the end of this so you see it. Number two, in tomorrow's video, I'll be posting my 10 predictions for the stock market for this quarter. I think that's going to be really interesting. I've done a lot of research in preparation for that. And then, of course, on Sunday, I'll be posting my watch list video for next week. So, admittedly, there's a lot to not like about Netflix, which is maybe one of the reasons why I like it here. But they reported a great quarter last quarter, but they guided down. They guided down significantly. And they guided Q2 earnings to 78 cents. Consensus was 84, and revenue to 12.5. It was currently, or it was previously 12.6. The projected 13% revenue growth rate marked a 1-year low. Now, they've had some mishaps, and it's pretty public mishaps. The Warner Brothers debacle, where Discovery streaming and studio assets collapsed completely, resulting in a breakup fee payout, but a massive missed content consolidation opportunity. And then they were outbid on Roku by Fox. That was resulted in losing out on a major distribution platform and was perceived as a massive strategic failure. Reed Hastings, their founder, exited. Adding to management uncertainty, Netflix announced alongside its soft guidance the co-founder and longtime chairman, Reed Hastings, would step down from the board upon the conclusion of his term in 2026 in June. So while the company insisted the exit was unrelated to the failed WBD deal, losing its foundational pioneer caused an immediate shift in institutional sentiment, as you can imagine. All of that has resulted in about a 47% downdraft from its high back in the summer of last year. And it pierced its previous low in June. And I want to zoom in on this area right here because this week, right there, it completed a double bottom, a W pattern, if you will, that we've talked about so many times, and pierced the neckline of that on Friday on nice volume, which resulted in a crossover in the MACD, all below zero, and RSI going to 47, so not quite to 50 yet, but that's what we're watching for. And it pierced and closed above its upper Bollinger Band on nice volume. So I've got a lot marked here, and I want to talk about the levels that I'll be watching. First off is 75.27 is resistance, is support now. A fall below that, a close on a daily below that negates everything I'm talking about today. I don't think that's going to happen, but if it does, then everything the whole thesis is shot at that point. The first area of resistance is 79.52. The 50-day, and we'll come back and talk about that in a second, is 82.63. I don't have that marked here, but we'll talk about that here in a second. Then we have 85.37 as resistance and ultimately 90.32, which is where I believe it will go to before earnings. That's my ultimate target price. Now, pay attention to the 50, which again is right now at 82.63, and look at the support well, look at the respect that it has shown the 50-day over the last couple months. There, 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 even all the way back here, there. So the 50 is something to really pay attention to here. It's shown respect for that number over the last, 12 months or so. And I want to see it get over that this week on volume to just further um, solidify my belief that this is going to $90.32. Now, the near-term catalyst is Netflix reports earnings on July 16th, so a week from Thursday. So my bet is that in anticipation of those earnings, we're going to see a run up in the stock. I don't want to be in it at earnings. I don't like to play, the casino game with stocks, and I can't predict what they're going to say or what they're going to do. So I don't want to even be in it. But I think going into that number, that posting, that we will see a run up in anticipation, which is what I want to play for. And I think Friday's action has basically said that that's what's going to happen. Now, there's two ways that I would look to potentially play this. The first is options expiring July 10th. The $80 strike expiring this Friday, a week from today, are currently trading at 66 cents. 25,000 of them traded yesterday, and a very narrow bid-ask spread, which of course I like. So at 66 cents, a move to even the $85 represents a significant uh, risk reward ratio. Now, the other thing I might look at is they drastically expand at $80 for a next Friday um, strike, 2 weeks from today, if you will, to $2.65. That's obviously baking in the anticipation of the earnings report that will come out the night before of that expiration. So now I've switched this chart over to the 30 minutes because I want to show you exactly how I will execute that trade on Monday if it presents itself. This is the move, and I've turned pre-market extended hours on here so you can see the pre-market and post-market action on this as well. Because it's really important that you see on yesterday's move, it reached that high here of 75.47 or so in the pre-market around 6 o'clock in the morning and came back down. And then right before the market opened, it started moving. Above its Bollinger Band is where it opened and immediately shot up over that pre-market high. It came back down. You can see it from the wick. And in the second half hour, confirmed a nice blue bar above, indicating its intent to go higher for the day. That was the point where, if you were day trading this, day traders would have sought to enter. What I don't want to see is an open above 78. Well, this high right here, 78.42, which make sure that's correct one, 78.43. I don't want to see a break and run over that. I won't play it if it's a gap and go. That's something that I won't want to get involved in. But depending on what it does in the pre-market on Monday, an open above this area here, which is 77.60, and then a move in the first 30 minutes above that will confirm to me that it's intending, in the near term at least, to go to what I have as resistance of 80.67. Now, there's a significant call wall at $80 as you would expect, and there's a significant put wall for this weekend, or this Friday's expiration at 75, indicating that this asset is expected to remain trapped between 80 and 75. But I think that if volume stays elevated and if we get over that 78.43 level that I just talked about, that will confirm to me that a move is it's on its way for this week over $80. But I don't want to try to get involved in a gap and run is my point. Okay, one last thing to really stress. Watching position size. That's a big way to manage our risk is watching our position size. Second thing is make sure that our stop loss is in place. For me, my ultimate stop loss is under that support that I had of 65.43 or so, 65.40. If it trades below that, then the trade is off, if you will. So those two things are absolutely key. Write down your trade plan, stick to your plan so you don't have to think. It just takes the emotion out of the equation. If it does this, then I will do that. Simple as that. Hey, thanks for watching. I hope you got value out of this. Let me know in the comments if this is something you want me to do more of. I'd be eager to find out your opinion on that. I hope you have a great weekend. By great, of course, I mean relaxing, and I will see you in the next one.